We need to write him something. Say it's about your show.
Sure.
He just kept introducing himself.
I thought that was
Jeremy.
No,
that was me, dude.
oh.
No, we were going with it, but that's why he kept repeating himself.
Tell us about the show.
Hey, write him a note, man.
Jeremy, right here.
No, he left.
No, we can read that.
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
So,
Did I sound like it?
so,
You really do.
Jeremy. Jeremy. Nobody can read this. That's so horrible.
nobody can read it.
Jeremy, tell us about the show.
He's not even.
Is that gibberish? What is this? With it's got like a bar underneath your name? With
We got
Rand
a
and all
logo.
that?
That's our logo right there.
We're
Oh,
official.
are we?
we're
Is this
official.
like CNN International now, or what?
I don't know, man. It is what it is. Do whatever you want.
You
Jeremy.
get that stock car.
We
Oh
are.
man, I can't believe you guys thought that I was him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, does somebody want to tweet this link out?
Jeremy.
Oh, hey Randall, can you tweet both links out?
The join and the watch.
Yeah, there's Jeremy.
Yeah,
Jeremy,
Hey, how's it going, man?
Jeremy, tell us about the show if you can't hear us.
I can hear you guys fine. I was trying to do it with I actually had a mic, but I didn't have a splitter for headphones too, so I couldn't hear you guys. You were hearing me, but I couldn't hear you guys.
Jeremy.
Go fuck yourself, Randall.
All right.
Oh, man.
Why is Miguel's ugly ass face on the fucking screen right now?
snap.
That's the way we get the bar down here. Look at that.
It is a coffee pot.
That's the
He
way
is. That's a coffee can. That's coffee can head, right?
Told you guys. Is this episode 25
This
Yes.
is 25.
I think
or 26?
25.
Episode 25.
Whatever. I'm putting up whatever.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and play this intro, so I don't care.
All right.
I didn't have a chance to make a new one, so it's the same one.
illegal what you guys do.
Marked with a 13 on the 13. Bad luck
It's the same
recognizes bad luck.
Why is it the same thing again?
Another infrared with
Tony. Randall?
Randall?
Jeremy.
And yeah.
Joe.
Episode 25. Episode 25.
Oh God, that face.
If you were
Yeah,
joining us,
Miguel's coffee head in? Yeah.
hey man, what's wrong with my hair? It's my hair right now. It's just the way it's combed over, or something. I don't know.
No, you have a coffee can head. Matt, like, encapsulated it perfectly.
Matt, whatever. Coffee can.
Matt Lucero? Yeah.
Matt Vaquero.
Yeah, I remember him. He was on the show last week.
Yeah.
You know who else was on the show?
Me.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Welcome. All right, guys. Well, welcome to episode 25. We've made it 25 episodes, so I congratulate everybody.
All right, let's
We've
wrap the
come a
show up.
long, long way, baby.
We had a good run, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I mean, the topics I have lined up for the show are I did some on-street interviews, and I got a little story to go along with all that. But they were having a protest down the street at the Mexican embassy for the missing 43, so I went and checked that out. I think Jesse had something about social media, and you had something else, Jesse. What else did you have?
I'm trying to remember.
Uh,
In the
Who am
pocket. In the pocket. That was an old article, though.
Yeah, you had something lined up on there. And then, Randall, what do you got lined up for the show? You got anything on your mind? I'm just making sure we get to you so you don't get bored again.
Jerry.
Okay, that's cool.
All
And then, Well, I don't know how long you got, Jeremy. We got you on location. You want to tell us more about what you're doing right now?
I just got back from location. I'm actually in the hotel room. Funny story.
Hang on, you got a hotel room?
Wait,
Nice.
funny story, the hooker's dead right now?
I'm in
No.
a hotel room too. I'm okay. Check that out. Anyways, okay.
Yeah, the comedy show I was supposed to do tonight. We were double booked.
Nice.
I don't know
What
if
does that mean?
any of you other guys in the business know what that means. Yeah, that basically means one act was booked within another act, and one book had to cancel. One act had to cancel. That was us.
Whose fault is that?
Wait, okay, so who was the other act?
It was actually some really cool guys. It was a guy named Rich and Q.
Also comedians?
Yes, it was a comedic trio actually. It was Ku, Nitra, and Rich. They're all black comedians. They're great. They're good acts. Good acts. Fantastic acts.
I don't know why you're saying it like that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Why you say they're good acts right after saying black comedian?
Do you want me to say Negro comedians? I don't know what you want me to say. Like, you want me to incriminate? Like,
Say that.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, Jeremy.
Damn, Jeremy!
Randall wants controversy. Otherwise, he's gonna fucking quit. Otherwise,
Oh, here we
yeah.
go. Come on, lay into me, motherfucker. Let's do it. Come on.
Yeah, come on, Don, or whatever the fuck your name is on Facebook.
Darn.
Dave,
Oh, you need good stuff. You need more excitement.
Drunk?
I've had a bit to drink, sir.
I figured. Hold on, I gotta take a phone call.
Oh, nice.
Hang up on Randall.
what
Just
happened?
leave him out of this.
Reimbursed? Or is that
Well,
it?
we were. Rich, Ku, and Nietzsche are really cool about everything, and we all got along actually, and it was fine. Matt and Merle left. For the. They decided to go back home later on in the evening. I stayed behind, and we.
Why'd you stay behind?
My lady friend and I, we wanted to see the show.
Whoa! He's there with the lady. Is your lady friend in the room with you?
She is.
Nice.
So
Can we-
you're
can we
referring
see
to
the
the
lady
gun
friend?
show?
Wait, what, Tony? Who said gun show?
I did. This is Uncle
Oh.
Jesse, if you
This
didn't.
is
how-
Uncle
how
Jesse.
dare
Uncle
you?
Jesse.
How
Uncle
dare you?
Jesse.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, say hi to your lady friend. I'm glad she joined you and stayed with you and is still there. That's good to
Why
know.
can't I see you when I click on your on your icon, Miguel? Like,
Oh, I'm
do
not-
you have a special mute feature? Like,
No, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but
I'm
I want to
looking
see your
forward to
Hank
this
Hill head.
episode.
I want to see your Hank Hill head, like just kind of looking back at me.
cool. We all got jokes today.
That's, you know.
Hey man, I was warming up for jokes, so yeah.
I'm over here.
It's called being drunk.
I'm in San Antonio, Texas. They hooked it up in this this room. It's fascinating. Like, a family of 5 can live in here, so that's cool. It's got the nice couch, king size bed. Got this.
You've got a Chiron and everything.
They got a.
Did
check
the hotel come with a Chiron?
that came comped. It's free.
The Chiron and the Iron? The Iron and the Chiron came comped, yes?
Yeah. That I didn't bring my own.
Very cool.
So, my friend Freddie invited me to go to a protest for the Missing 43. Now, are y'all aware of what the Missing 43 is?
I am not.
Is this a viral campaign for like a fucking TV show that's been lost?
No. Okay, so in Mexico, 43 college students And it went missing. The government won't put it for, and
Jackass.
won't say anything about it. So,
I didn't know anything about it. I'm a stupid American. I'm sorry, Randall.
Yeah,
What is going on? What is going on?
I don't know.
Good.
I don't know. I might hang up with all of you fuckers.
Oh, comedy gold here.
Well, I mean, this is one of the rare nights that you actually have a lady friend with you. So, I mean, c'est la
Oh, you
vie.
guys go fuck yourselves.
Feel free to hang up if you have the right things, you know.
Yeah, put your lady friend. Talk to her. Jeremy, go ahead and put your lady friend on right now.
Oh,
I will.
Okay, put her. We got a whole list of questions here I need to ask her. Go ahead.
Yes.
Is she on?
Hello.
Are we... Hello. Who is this?
My name is Chelsea, and I have a vagina.
Oh, nice. There's question number one. And because we weren't aware of Jeremy. I didn't really know what he liked. I thought he was kind of into transes. Not that there's anything wrong with transes. We welcome all genders, male, female.
Right. No, I'm a full-on woman. You know,
No.
with the.
Jeremy has. I don't know how this will sit in, but Jeremy has never mentioned you before.
It's okay. No, I know.
Episode 25 of this podcast. Now, how long
That's
have you?
okay. I'm new.
Oh, are you a
Would you
Townsy?
like us on Twitter or something?
Yes.
Are you
Ah.
He's
How
really
drunk
pissed.
How drunk
He's
is
really pissed. We're not. He's pissed.
Okay.
Fuck Randall. Fuck Tony. Fuck Miguel.
Go ahead and.
Really bad.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Jesse.
mute him. Tell him we love him and we wish him the best. But
They love you and they wish you the best.
we hope he continues on. All right, cool. Yeah. So that's Jeremy. Anyway. Back to what so the missing 43. Now these are 43 college students that went missing in Mexico at a teacher college, and I took some interviews today at the protest. Now, my friend Freddie, do you remember Freddie, Jesse?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, Freddie Bettis was the one that gave the last interview here, and he actually gave a pretty good rendition of what it was here. Let me see. This comes out. One second. A few words about the missing 43. How are you doing, Freddie?
Doing good.
Nice. Testing out this new recorder, so this is good. This is good. You feeling okay? You comfortable?
Feeling good, yeah, feeling comfortable.
You look uncomfortable.
No.
We're currently in my hotel room that they provided for the conference, and Freddie's sprawled on the couch. He's watching Men in Black, but I had to turn it off. So, all right, Freddie. So, if you are today, there was a protest which I happened to walk the wrong direction.
Literally walked past.
Thanks to Google Maps, the Mexican consulate is listed as how far away? It was a 40-minute walk for me on the Riverwalk.
Yeah.
It actually ended up being 4 minutes away. If I had taken a left instead of a right, I would have been there like in no time. I actually ate lunch right across from where the protest was happening. But so you went to the protest. How was it?
The protest was good. I mean, it looked like a good turnout for what it was.
What would you say was what was the idea behind this protest?
Well, the idea behind the protest is it's the 26th of the month, and the students were abducted on the 26th of September. And so on the 26th, they've been carrying out vigils, protests, remembrances for these lost students that have been lost. And so today, marking the 5th anniversary since September, they wanted to commemorate it by doing this peaceful vigil.
Awesome. And why does this, I guess, lay heavy on your heart?
It lays heavy on my heart selfishly because I'm a student. I mean, because I'm a student is the first thing that I think I picked up on these missing 43 students in Mexico. The fact that our government supports the Mexican government a lot puts me against the corner. You know, as a Mexican American, it's almost, you know, sharing that dual culpability, sharing that dual responsibility also as a citizen of the U.S. and as much as Mexico also to raise my awareness. You know, it could have easily been me part of those 43.
Now, if you could talk to the missing 43 directly right now, what is something that you would want to say directly to them?
if you would do it all over again, would you? I think that intrigues me. These students were just asking for their basic rights to be students. It was a teacher college. You know, in Mexico, the colleges are really divided by their disciplines, and it was a teacher college. And what they were really asking were by like basic rights, pretty much, for their college, and to keep on going for that year. Did you know you would die for this cause? If you're dead, not to say that you are, but a lot of questions really do, spring up. How many of those students knew the last time that they saw their family member that they weren't just going, for this, a rally for their rights, that it would be like their last rally, and something that I would want them to know is that you have not disappeared in vain. I mean, there's people who are keeping your memory alive, and for our culture, the Mexican culture, the memory of the person is very important. We value life in this and in the after, and we think that life is meant for something. So in this life, what role did you play out?
Awesome.
So that was my interview with Mr. Freddie. He's a seminarian here in San Antonio. Were y'all able to hear it okay? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's really adamant about the movement out here. He's been attending, on the, like you said, the 5th anniversary, and on the 26th they always do something different. And so the story behind me finding it, when I Google the Mexican consulate, it shows that it's only like a 40-minute walk. So I mean, I'm used to running about a 5K. I could easily do that. So I took off walking. And I walked down the Riverwalk, and then across Washington Street, and I went over, and I ended up 40 minutes, and I ended up straight in what was called, I believe, the first government housing, or the first projects in the nation ever put in place. And so I was in the Mexican barrio. I was in the barrio just walking around. Very sketchy. It's about 6:30. It's starting to get dark. I'm going up and down these streets just with my backpack. I got some gym shorts on and a hoodie. And I'm getting all these weird looks. So I'm calling Freddie. He's not picking up, so I'm texting him. I'm like, hey, dude, if this is the last time you hear from me, I'm on the corner of Guadalupe and Comal. I hope somebody comes and gets me. And there I am. So I was just kind of like stranded. I don't know if y'all have ever wandered around San Antonio, but some of these neighborhoods look kind of rough. So as it happened, he goes and picks me up at this funeral home that I told him the name of. He picks me up, takes me to what's left of the protest. By that time, it had already dwindled down. There's a couple people out there, and I got a few interviews with some of the people out there that wanted. And I could play those later. But as it turns out, when he's parking, I see my hotel. And then I look across the street, and it's Rio de Gelato. And I had lunch there earlier. And I was like, dude, I was fucking 4 minutes away from this place. I'm right there. If I had just taken a right instead of a left, I would have been here. So, little thing with that, I totally missed the whole thing. Ended up in some video. But I went back and looked at Google. Google has the Mexican consulate listed wrong. So, I don't know what the follow-up to that is either to...
it sounds like you need to write a sternly worded letter to Google.
Yeah, I'll get right on.
You type Mexican, Google is like, okay, this is where all the Mexican people live.
Here are the Mexican restaurants in your area.
It's like, who is Googling this? Send that guy over here. Get him out of here.
But that's actually, I could sympathize though, because I remember I was looking up a consulate here one time for a work-related thing, and it lists I think it was like the Samoan consulate in one place, and it seems like now the consulate doesn't even exist anymore. And yet it's still listing it in this location, and that's kind of like, well, I'm glad I don't have to like go there or tell anybody to go there, because they're just gonna be driving around wondering, where the hell am I?
I thought I could easily walk over there because it looked like a decent enough walk. I mean, it looked pretty straightforward, and so I found myself walking underneath the I-10 freeway and walking across, and I'm like, okay, I got some of these really sketchy neighborhoods. I went under a bridge at one point, and there's just some train tracks there. Couple cops under there, and I'm just like, okay, well, that's kind of cool. But it reminded me of the scene in The Bone Collector whenever they're collecting evidence of this guy that got murdered by the train tracks under a bridge. So it was super sketchy. Anyway,
for those listeners who don't know, what would be the purpose of a Mexican consulate?
It serves as like a US embassy would in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were you one of those listeners who didn't know?
I mean, for the listen.
I mean, don't we all?
But so Freddie kind of hit on some things. I have been hearing about the missing 43 on and off. It's been going in and out, and I didn't really know like too much about it. And this kind of made it humanized it for me, knowing that there are people here with direct ties to those missing 43, and I got some of that with the interviews I took over there. And it's actually kind of sprouted this other idea that they were requesting more media coverage, more outlets. So I might be actually doing a separate podcast just covering the missing 43 and full with these interviews. And they're about to bring over the missing 43. And when I say the missing 43, I'm talking about the students / teachers that were going to school. They're bringing their families over to the U.S. as this campaign to make of awareness, basically, and make more people aware of the situation, and also to possibly get the U.S. government to intercede and do something about it.
So, update me, because I don't know what's going on. Were they killed? Are they still missing? Or are they being held captive? Or
they're 43. It's just like 43 students went missing.
Mm-hmm.
At ASU, just 43 students went missing. At whatever local college you're at, just think of 43 students going missing. The government not providing any answers of where they went, not to their families, not to the public, not even to the administration. Nobody knows anything.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And so what Freddie was expressing on is like the night before, when those families are, or even that morning when they're leaving their homes to go to school, when they're leaving their families, leaving their kids, leaving their wives, leaving their husbands, or whatever the case may be, they're still, if some that live at home, they see their parents for the last time there. That being the last time that they left there, and not knowing about it, not knowing that that's the situation, kind of hits with me. That made me question. I mean, what if the last time I saw my wife was when I took off here and I went missing here in San Antonio? I don't know. It's kind of weird.
So there's no evidence of, I don't know what occurred. I mean, there's no signs of struggle or any.
There's really no answers being supplied, and what people have, I guess.
Did they make it to school or?
Summed up to has become a thing that it's the government's response to tell the public to behave or we will kill you, kind of thing. It's in response to I forget how this lady put it, and I interviewed her, and she gave a good explanation of why she was even there. Because a lot of these people, I just ask, why are you wasting your time here, kind of thing. It's just like, why are you here? What are you doing? And let me see if this plays out. Let me try and play this audio 1 second.
Oh, okay.
But I'm here for a conference, and there's my friend here, and he was telling me about this going on, so I wanted to come over here, and I'm staying at this hotel right here. It's funny, the Hyatt place, but I walked to the Guadalupe Culture Center. I walked over there, and I was like, oh, I'm in the wrong place. So now I just wanted to get, so we were out here, or y'all were out here, and what is it that you want people to know about this incident?
Well, it's not just me. It's just like we wanted to basically to tell the people in Mexico, those 43 parents of the 43 students who disappeared, that we are here and we are giving them our support, moral support, and to tell them that we know what the government is doing, basically lying to them, but we are here in solidarity with them. And it has been 5 months and they haven't basically done anything to the government for those students to appear. So basically it's like it was an action to say, okay, we are here in solidarity, and we know that those 43 students who were basically educating, the most in those communities where nobody really wants to go, okay, but those teachers were they play an important role in education in Mexico, okay, because 10 out of 10 indigenous children, they live in poverty. So for them to live in those communities, so these teachers, those are the only ones who are willing to go in those communities and to really educate them. That's one thing. The other thing is that Ayotzinapa, it also has been known as a place where the students say, okay, the government is basically selling all our natural resources, so making conscious, to the people. So the government doesn't like that. So what they did is basically to give them a lesson. Okay, so here it is.
To show them.
Exactly.
So the missing 43, from what I gather, even from Freddie and also interviews I did up there, they were part of a rally out there, and basically blacklisted, and then they went missing. And they were rallying against the selling of the natural resources and government, and as a message from the government to say, stop questioning what we're doing, or this will happen to you. Yeah, it's interesting. It is currently going on. I think it's the way it plays out in the future with more people or even their families coming to light like that. But I don't know.
Yeah, I might have to look into this more because I haven't heard about this.
It seems.
See, that's part of it is to bring people to know.
Mexico is saying that they all were murdered by mistaken identity.
No one has any answers on any of it.
No?
Yeah, nothing.
Really?
I'm saying. Randall, you've read about this, right?
I've heard about it off and on. Yeah, I mean it's
Right.
one of many disappearances.
Mm-hmm.
But
My cousin posted with the sign on Facebook that said #43 missing. And then when I saw him at my sister's graduation, I asked him about it. He's like, "Oh, I just took that picture." I was just like, "Oh, what happened?" He's like, "I don't know. I don't know what happened." I was like, "Jeez, man, come on."
is that the hashtag for it?
I believe so. 43 missing 43 #missing 43. Let me ask you this, Tony.
Yeah.
If the last time, okay, so when's the last time you saw your girlfriend?
Weekend. This last weekend.
This past Sunday, right? And so, what happens if she went missing? What was the last conversation that y'all had? Do you remember?
Yeah, like
In person.
20
Don't we
minutes
all?
ago. Oh. In person when I left Monday morning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would that suffice for you?
Mm,
I guess the other part of
it'll
like-
never suffice, but I mean, probably the last thing I said was "I love you," so that's pretty good. But
Yeah, it's kind of a broad question. If you were to ask someone, what is the last thing you want your other loved one to know or to have heard from you? If you could, like I don't know, like summarize, what is something you would want your girlfriend to know if you were going to die in the next 10 seconds?
I'd ask her to marry me.
And then you're dead. Boom.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Randall. Hey, Randall.
Huh?
Wake
Hey,
up. If you were going to die in the next 10 seconds, what's the last thing you would tell your girlfriend?
I mean, don't we all?
That's it. It's like, and then he died. That's it. Yeah.
She's like, "What did that mean?"
And it would plague her for the rest of her life. Like, what did he mean by that?
Don't we all?
Yeah. Yeah, it's, the other
And
part
then
of,
she's gonna listen to a podcast and she'd be like, "Oh my god,
and the
that
way
son of a bitch."
Huh? Go ahead. Finish your comment. Yeah. And the way I heard, the way I've been hearing more about the missing 43 is through social media like Twitter and Facebook. I haven't heard any. I tend to stay away from mainstream media. I don't really watch CNN or Fox News or any of that anymore. I stay more with whatever I can gather from other credible sources online. Doesn't mean I just go straight to like junk sources and stuff like that. But Jesse brought up a good point last week, when we were discussing about different topics for the podcast, and how our lives have changed or would change as well without social media. One of the examples we went back to was I talking to you about this, Tony? We went and had some Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
Right, and what were we saying about it? Okay. So you have the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, the assassination of JFK, and 9/11, and how social media played, or I guess media played out for all of that.
Yeah, I don't really think they had social media back then.
I mean, mean, they had to have some type of thing that they would call it. Obviously,
It's called a newspaper, dude.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that it wasn't referred to as social media. It wasn't, as advanced, if you want to call it that.
It was when that guy announced on the stage, "The president has been shot," when Lincoln was murdered. There's the social media.
And so common people, they probably wouldn't find out about the assassination till, like a week later? People that weren't at the play. How long does it you think here around, right? Maybe 2 weeks. Who knows? Maybe a month. They're like, the president got shot last month. They're like, oh, dang. Where have I been?
Well, I'm sure it gets around fairly quickly, but I mean, it's the dissemination of information, which back then took a heck of a lot longer than it does now.
It was like a guy on a horse.
Well, I would say telegraph, but yeah, that too.
Did the telegraph exist then? When was the telegraph invented?
They had the telegraph back then. I thought it came around in the 1850s.
Oh yeah, but even then, I mean, if you were just like some guy, Joe the plumber, some just regular guy, you think you have a telegraph in your living room? Like beep 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 beep, stop.
No.
Beep beep beep, stop. Beep 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 beep. Like, oh man,
stop.
We should bring back the telegraph. What if I just sent you telegraph? Oh wait, that's Morse code. That's not telegraph. I don't know.
Speaking of that, apparently Verizon did a press release entirely in Morse code as a protest against the new powers that the FCC is promulgating in order to regulate wireless and wired carriers for internet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They were so pissed off about it, but it was something out of their own making, so, they're just crying over their own spilt milk at this point.
It's like, we've created a monster.
It wasn't necessarily that. It was because they had a lawsuit in the past, I think it was in 2012, when the FCC tried to do a weaker version of the regulations that they're promulgating now, and Verizon sued them on it, and Verizon won in court, and the court basically said, these regulations are pretty weak, and we can't really, as far as the law is concerned, allow the enforcement of these regulations because they're weak. So the FCC was like, okay, well, just write them up again, make them a heck of a lot stronger. Whereas Verizon thought they would keep getting away without having to deal with this Title II regulation, as they call it. And now they have these stronger regulations out there, and supposedly, Verizon, wireless carriers, wired carriers like Time Warner Cable and such are going to be traded as utilities.
Last thing I heard about the net neutrality FCC was the chairperson, the head chairperson, he was against it.
He was against it, and then he became for it with all the BS going on. So that's these Title II regulations are supposed to enforce net neutrality because it's all about having internet fast lanes and slow lanes, and is it fair for some people to basically buy their way to have faster internet, and not in the sense of like literally you're not going to be throttled, whereas under other individuals, if you can't afford it, well then tough doo-doo, you're going to be throttled.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It was a problem with Netflix, for example, because a very large amount of internet traffic is basically just Netflix, and Netflix did not want net neutrality to fall by the wayside because all the carriers that basically say, okay, Netflix, you need to pay us more money in order for your services to be used, when it's working fine before. It's just that the carriers aren't happy about it because they see it as an avenue to make more money, and it's taking up what they think is their bandwidth, even though if you're watching Netflix, it's not like you're doing much else on the internet.
True.
So on and so forth.
How do you think that's going to affect my me watching King of Queens on YouTube?
Probably the same. I don't know how it's going to work as far as enforcement and at the state level and stuff is concerned, because I mean they just came out with this, so I don't know how they're going to do the state enforcement and the regulatory regime for it and all that. right now they've already gone and overturned 2 states' bans on municipal broadband utilities because a lot of smaller cities and also larger cities wanted to, because the current telecom setups are so ridiculously expensive and not very good, and the companies involved in want to bother investing in better infrastructure, like Time Warner, like Comcast, like Verizon, so forth, that municipal governments decided that they wanted to make their own utilities, which would be basically all like, fiber optic and that kind of stuff, and offer a superior service at a flat rate.
Mhm.
And these same telecom companies went and lobbied their state legislatures or the city councils or whoever, depending on the context, and basically got that banned. So, and now those bans are being overturned as a result of these new regulations from the FCC.
Yeah. Do you think it'll get to a point where net neutrality is removed and it will start being traded like you're saying? Netflix is going to be charged, or money?
I mean, there's already lawsuits prepared. All the big companies, Verizon, AT&T, they're already gearing up their legions of attorneys for suing. Republicans in Congress are already saying, okay, well, FCC, you made your bed, now you have to sleep in it, and we're going to go ahead and take away your ability to regulate in that regard via legislative changes and all that. So it's not over.
Government. I was reading. I wasn't reading at this conference. They gave a small presentation about PCBs. Y'all aware what PCBs are? Scourge of the world. Polychlorinated bisphenols. Anyways, PCBs are a very, very strong molecule, strongly bonded molecule, and so they are collecting at the bottoms of the oceans and rivers and wherever else they were previously dumped at, just accumulating in mass amounts. And they're a problem because they never biodegrade. They never go away. I think the only way scientists have found a way to remove them is by incinerating them at very high temperatures. So you have different. They were being used highly in transformers because it's an inert molecule, and transformers, as opposed to prevent them from heating up, they would put the PCBs in there, and it makes it more inert. And so you have PCB oil being put in transformers. The problem is, so for example, theory,
Autobots or
huh?
Autobots or Predacons.
You hear me clapping? Good job.
Well, the problem with the
when did you let Jeremy back on?
I thought we had, I know, that's what I was saying. It's like, I thought I made him go away. Huh.
What the fuck's a transformer?
Oh,
It's a transformer for electricity, dude.
No, that's not what he said.
Okay, so the problem is there's a electric pole, or there's an electric pole in a dairy farm. So if the oil leaks from the transformer, it gets into the grass, and from the grass it goes into the cow, and from the cow it goes into the milk, and from the milk it comes back. And so what Congress was seeing is babies with PCBs in their blood, and it's the only molecule that's been banned from being produced in the U.S. It's in the U.S., but GE has the largest group of lawyers working for them, and through the way lawyers are, those guys, they found loopholes and all this, and they were able to have their factories continue dumping PCBs into the Hudson River. That's why in the Hudson River, if you ever go down there or see around there, they have signs posted. I've never been there, but I saw what this guy was presenting was that you can't eat the fish there. They just have large amounts of PCB within their meat, and so if you eat that, you get PCB and you get poisoning with it. And the other thing was that these transformers that have PCBs in them, they release a gas called dioxins, and dioxins are a known carcinogen to human beings. So it's just a bad thing altogether. But it's supposed to be this molecule that was supposed to revolutionize the world, and now we're spending more money to get rid of it.
Is it similar to like mercury, where it's only harmful like in mass amounts, or?
I don't know the toxicity level. The thing about mercury is that it eventually biodegrades.
Oh,
That's
true.
That's the problem with PCBs, is that they were designed to not biodegrade, to be a very strong and I guess rigid molecule at that, and that is what gives them their characteristic for being used as an inert oil.
So they were created for that purpose. They're not like it's not like a byproduct or anything.
Nope, they were mass manufactured by guess who?
GE.
Monsanto.
Monsanto. Dang, how'd you know that? This guy.
I have my ways.
Yeah, Monsanto is the one that manufactured it, and then now they're spending money to get rid of it. The thing is, like, the amount of money that they're spending, so these barges have to go up and down the Hudson River, and they're pulling up just large amounts of dirt, putting them on deck, and then they're separating the dirt from the PCBs, separate them, and then they put the dirt back, and they take the PCBs and they put them in the drums, and they seal them up. And then the drums are taken to this remote site in Pennsylvania and just put into, or they're buried. They're burying them underground or putting them in these huge warehouses. So there's just these huge warehouses full of drums, full of PCBs.
Yeah, the nuclear waste, like in Godzilla, where he rapes Fort Knox and eats all that nuclear waste.
Yeah, exactly like that. I mean, they're not radioactive, so I don't know. It'd be funny if there's like an alternative version of Godzilla that comes out, and instead of being radioactive, he's attracted to PCBs, and so he attacks Pennsylvania this round, or Mothra. Mothra's like, I love PCBs. I'm like, no, keep them away. Keep away from the PCBs.
I'm all for it. I want to see Mothra. That'd be cool.
Yeah, what was it? 1978. I think that was a stat he threw up there. 80% of the population of the U.S. population, 80% of them had been basically had PCBs in some form, either within their skin, within their blood, some type of exposure, and it was within them. So I thought that was interesting too. That, I mean, we think about all these cancers that have been derived, although GE has done a study using their own doctors that have shown no association with PCB exposure and death. So we should go by GE's standards.
Yeah. Okay.
Was it? Who is it? Oh, it's Tony. Tony likes to put hot coffee inside this like plastic cup he has.
Tony.
I tell him, I was like, dude, don't put hot liquids in plastic, man. Use something like ceramic or something. All right. You're gonna end up getting these BPAs, which are bisphenol A. Over there, you have BCPBs, which are chlorinated.
You said BPA, right? But all my plastic says BPA free. So what does that mean?
Okay. Well, the reason is that the plastic, and the reason BPA is harmful, or America's all worked up about BPA, is because it mimics estrogen. I think we've talked about this before.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
And because it mimics estrogen, and by doing so, it can lead to all these different types of side effects, as you may guess, like formation of breast, or sterilization. The thing is, though, BPAs are not the only molecules that do that within plastic, and there's actually other molecules that have shown to mimic hormonal mimicry, as you would call it, whatever, that mimic estrogen more effectively or more efficiently, as however you want to put it. And those molecules aren't being focused on because America is too focused on, or the general public is too focused on BPA when there's actually other molecules. And that's why I warn you about the plastic. I'm just like, dude, don't put hot liquids in there. My friend Jeremiah would always heat stuff up in styrofoam in the microwave. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't have to do that. I don't do the plastic anymore, but.
Well, I mean, that's like TV dinners and the lining of like your canned goods and stuff like that, the BPA or even polyethylene. So
that's right. I think we talked briefly about this with Adrian when Adrian was on the show. We were talking about how the receipt tape, because it's Therma. Damn it, I don't know the other name. Anyways, the way it gets printed by heating up the plastic on the paper, and that's how you get your receipts like at Walmart and Target and really anywhere else. And that's why it has a shiny side and a dull side. Is because on that shiny side, it's being heated up within the printing machine, and that's how you get these receipts put out. But you handling the receipt itself, you get small amounts of BPA rubbing off onto your skin. But even that, I guess exposure to the skin is not as great as exposure through inhalation or if you ingested something. But here's a fun fact that they taught us, because the inhalation of, you apparently can, dioxins are the ones that, if you get it within your system, you're definitely, it's because of the surface area of your lungs. Now, can you guess how large the surface area of your lungs are? Can anybody guess?
Surface area?
Yeah. If I took your lungs out, just stretched them all out, the different layers, because they're compacted. And so you have these different layers. If you took all the layers off and then laid them all out, how big do you think?
5 by 5. 5 square feet.
5 by 5. Hey, there's a joke with that. We'll come back to that. Okay, 5 by 5?
Yeah, 5 square feet.
Let's say 10.
Big. It's going to be an Olympic-size tennis court. So if you took your lungs out, stretched them all out. So they got these different layers of the tissue, and that's where your alveoli are, and they have the different, 1 cell in 1 cell deep. So you think about that, how big that is when they stretch out. So that's why smoking or inhalation of toxins is much more, I guess, more poisonous towards you, as opposed to getting it on your skin, because it still has to go through different layers. You can wash it off and stuff like that. But if you got gas on your skin and then you go and you smell it, you've actually done more harm to yourself by smelling it as opposed to just washing it off. But anyways, that's my whole spill on toxins and stuff like that.
Oh.
Gee.
It was toxic to my ears.
There's my phone going off. It looks like something's going on here. Somebody's mad. I don't know.
Jeremy?
Is it Jeremy?
Jeremy looks like he's complaining on my phone. Get out of here, Jeremy.
Is he texting you?
No, he's chatting with me. Anyways, weird.
Is he in a better mood now? Does he want to come back in?
I don't know how to let somebody back in, honestly, so sorry about that, Jeremy. I forget what happened when we went on this rant. Okay, so we started off, we were talking about, Abraham Lincoln and social media, and you said it was just newspapers. We went into that. But now think about JFK's assassination, and his, my dad told me it took about 3 days before he found out. JFK, by the time it was released to the news, and then by the time, actually no, it took a day, because he said he came home from school and he was told that day on the news. I don't know where you guys were, but on 9/11, I mean, we saw that shit happening right then and there, compared to we were watching it in real time.
Yeah, I was in theater arts class.
And you hit Your what? What class?
Art class.
Really? Art class, theater arts. Randall, what class were you in?
Like an electronics class.
I think it was an English class. It was an English class, and all the girls were crying. I remember, but a lot of people were crying. Oh my god. Have you seen that movie? Did you cry, Jesse? I could see you crying.
No, I got there late, so everybody was huddled around the TV, because we had TVs in our classroom, so I was like, what's going on?
I mean, don't we all?
Did you have TVs in... What grade were you in?
Wait, how old are you, Jesse? I'm 28.
I turned 29 yesterday.
Yay!
Happy birthday, Jesse.
Happy birthday, man.
You happy birthday.
Thanks, guys.
3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jesse. Happy birthday. to you.
This moment brought to you by IndyRant.
Well, I turned 28. No, I turned 29 next month. I'm right behind you, man.
Yeah, I was at Glenn Junior High whenever this happened, so.
I was at Great Creek Middle School because I stayed at Great Creek my whole fucking life. So
you didn't have TVs in your classroom, I'm assuming.
I think no, we did. That's how I watched it. I just told you I watched it.
Oh.
We had some old school TVs though. Remember they're like huge. The what is it? The tube TVs, and they're like hanging off the wall. You always thought they would like fall on you.
Hospital style.
Yeah, huge TVs though. Because
No.
Great Creek was a fairly new era high school.
I see.
It was like the thing of the century. It only opened up in 2004, so.
Well, the reason why I think Miguel brought up social media is because I put something in the pocket, but he seems to have deleted it since then. So.
Oh boy, he's covering up something.
No, I didn't think I've deleted anything. Honestly, I don't remember looking in the pocket.
It must have been Jeremy.
He's angrily deleting.
Trash. Hey, just look in archive or trash. It should be on there. If I deleted it, my bad.
No, it's okay. I found it. But there was an article recently I read, or not recently. It was quite a while back actually, about a girl who tweeted about her starting her job the next day, and her boss read it and fired her before she even started. So she tweeted, "Ooh, I start this fuck ass job tomorrow."
Oh, is this the Pizza Hut thing or a Domino's pizza thing or something like that? Or
Yeah,
Papa John's? I forget.
it's a pizza. It's like an independently owned pizza place.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that.
And then he responded, "And no, you don't start that fuck ass job today. I just fired you. Good luck with your no money, no job life." And she's gone like super viral, and people are like all sympathetic for her and telling her to like call HR. And I'm like, this guy fucking owns the place. He doesn't have human resources. He's fucking pulling people off the street to like make pizzas, and they're all saying you should call corporate.
Call HR.
But I got in trouble for social media at my job for one time as well, because apparently we have like a social media team that goes around and looks at all our like social networking pages and stuff. And I put something similar to like while I was at work, like took a picture with like my feet up or something like that, and my supervisor pulled me aside and told me, or basically laid it out like, well, I'm sure you were on your break, but they don't know that. When people see that, they think all we do around here is just relax and all this bullshit. So yeah, that's why I had to make all my stuff private.
Well, hey, that's how they found out that there were congressmen from I think it's Wisconsin or something was spending all that money on like private flights and Katy Perry tickets and all that crap because he would post all that shit to Instagram. And they got the geolocation metadata from it, and they were able to track, where he was going, how much he was spending on average, all that kind of shit. And that's why he's now in deep doo-doo, and he's under an ethics investigation because of it. So
that's crazy, yeah.
Social media, man.
It's gonna get you.
Social media wasn't around, there'd be a lot less pissed people off at me in the world.
Yeah, same here.
A lot less people trolled by me.
For me, it's about the same because I do it in real life, so whatever.
Damn.
I mean, look at Jeremy.
Man, where'd you find
Jeremy? Man, that guy was drunk and he had his girl Chelsea. Is that her name? And where the hell does Chelsea even come from?
She's liked stuff on Twitter before.
Yeah, I went and found her on Twitter.
Which goes to say, maybe she's more dedicated to it than... I mean, I don't think my wife has liked any of my podcasts, even on Facebook.
She posted up the link and retweeted and quoted and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe replace Jeremy with her?
No, you should say that and see how pissed off he gets.
He attacked you. He straight up attacked you.
Me? Yeah, I know, man. He was pissed.
If you didn't hear him in the background, he was like, "Fuck Miguel, fuck Jeremy, fuck Tony, fuck Jesse."
Wait, why would he say fuck Jeremy?
He just
said fuck
I heard him say fuck Randall, fuck Tony, fuck all of them.
right. Let him go. I'm just. I mean, I have his girlfriend or his girl or his lady friend has a vagina.
Progress.
He made up his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
He made up his mind.
if we didn't have social media, we probably would not have a podcast.
If what?
We wouldn't have a podcast, right?
If what would cause us to not have a podcast?
Without Jeremy?
Without Jeremy? Are you complimenting him?
No, I'm talking about social media. If social media didn't exist, we wouldn't have this podcast.
Oh, you could have just complimented him.
No. Let it
Probably
go to his fucking big ass head. Last thing we need. So, I don't know. I guess I reposted this article, and a teacher out in Great Creek, where I used to go to high school, was having a relationship with one of the students, and the way they were discovered was the principal saw them in a classroom by themselves, and she got curious, or she thought it was weird, and so she went to her office, or the front office, I forget where, and she was able to reverse intercom and basically listen in on that classroom, and she heard the teacher and the student going back and forth, basically saying, "I don't want it to be over, it's over, I don't want it to be over." And then at some point, the student, like they're both crying, and the student asks, "Am I still going to pass?" And some of the students from my graduating class were reposting it and basically saying how this is such a horrible and terrible event to have occurred out at Great Creek High School. It's a place that holds a special place in my heart. And I was like, okay, relax. I mean, nobody was murdered or killed or shot in the head. I mean, it's, and this is me, and my wife says it's because it's a male and a female teacher. And I think that book parties, after the age of 12, 13, after 11, after the age of 11, you know what the fuck you're doing. You see what's going on, and you know right and wrong. You know that getting involved with the teacher is wrong. And not that I'm defending the teacher by any means, but it's like the student has to be accountable by some means. It's not like led into that type of situation.
Hey, that child's innocence died there, okay? So, all right?
Yeah, right. The amount of porn that's available out to kids these days, the kid knew what he was doing. I mean...
To better reflect the times, should we reduce the age of, is it consent, or...
Is that something you're personally hoping for?
No. I'm seeing what Miguel... I don't know. I see that in the law, this kid had no consent, so it was, you know.
When I was going back and calculating the age,
statutory.
Yeah.
The teacher was around 23, 24, I think is her age. At the most. How old are you, Tony? 26?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say the teacher's 26, and the student at most is 17. Let's say 17. It's still like there's a 9-year gap in there. I don't know. I get it. I know what the law is, and if the person is under 18, it's statutory rape. Blah blah blah. Yes, that's the law, and in the end, that's what you have to follow. All I'm saying is going back to this girl who said that it was such a horrible and terrible event at the school. I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's not that. Shit happens, and I'm sure worse shit has happened at that school. And for something like this, it's like, just relax. I mean, why is this, on the scale of horrible and worse events that could happen out there, I mean, the whole school could have been just like sucked in by a sinkhole. I'm like, that's fucking horrible. Because
Hey, like 12 years ago, there could have almost been a murder there, done by this coffee pot headed kid.
I know, right?
So that would have been awful.
In your class, murder students. So there you go. Whatever, Randall. Bringing up the past. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that at night when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Delicious. I mean, don't we all?
Don't we all?
I will continue the whole family. I'll come back.
I think Jeremy's gonna kill us all now.
Probably.
Yeah, right, Jeremy.
Come at me, bro.
Time, right?
Did he just quit? Was that his resignation?
I don't know what that was. Maybe he'll come back next week and say he's sorry or whatever, but I don't know.
Was he punching his head?
I know.
Were you ever in a situation where was he punching his head? That's not where I was going with that. I was gonna ask Tony about
in between the fuck you.
What if his girlfriend was actually like, he's really pissed, can y'all call the cops? And we're like, oh, well, we're kind of doing a podcast. We're live right now on YouTube.
Wait, what did he tell you? He said he sent you some messages or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I threw my phone on the couch because I was tired of hearing it buzz.
Oh. Well, go get it. Let's see if it's him.
No, I don't want to deal with that. Randall, were you in a position where a teacher hit on you?
No.
Oh. I guess you weren't that attractive in high school.
I'm barely in a position where women hit on me, so...
Is that because you're tall, or because you think it's a step issue in general?
Just, as soon as I open my mouth, the shit flies out, so...
Oh.
There you go.
You know, speaking of opening your mouth and shit coming out, I forgot to bring toothpaste, so I haven't brushed my teeth in 3 days.
That is disgusting. You're disgusting.
There's stores, you know.
You were at fucking Walmart like yesterday, and you couldn't pick up any fucking toothpaste?
And I went to Walgreens this morning, and both times I went with the intention of buying toothpaste, and I walk out without it. I don't know.
And the hotel has a lobby, a little gift shop thing.
Yeah, don't they give you like a little free tube or something, too?
That's what I was looking for. I looked in all the drawers. I didn't see anything, man.
That is gross, man. You are fucking gross.
Oh, yeah, I'm gross. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gross. Fuck you, Randall. Fuck you.
Yeah, I wish we could do the fog, what's it, the foghorn noise, because that'd be the sound of the breath coming out of your mouth.
Jesse, were you ever put in a situation where you were hit on in high school by a teacher?
No, but I hit on my teacher in high school.
Giggity.
Nice.
Her name was Jessica Ballou, Miss Ballou, and her husband worked there too.
Whoa! Is this a rhyme? Is this like going to turn into a Dr. Seuss story?
No. But yeah, and then I still see her all the time.
Still hot?
I'd say so, yeah. She does she's like stays in shape. She does like yoga and...
So she was like, what, 80 then, and now she's in 90?
No, I want to say she's like, maybe, she was only a few years older. Maybe like soon to be 40s. But yeah, she got a lot of guys or male classmates in trouble for, I guess, their attempts. They'll drop the pencil on the floor trick.
Were they trying to like look up her skirt?
She never wore skirts, and I'm pretty sure that's the reason why. But I mean, nonetheless, trying to catch a view. A lot of guys got in trouble for hitting on her.
Did any of them succeed?
No.
Oh.
No. Not that I know of. I really doubt it. Like I said, her husband worked there. She's real old-fashioned, like...
Your husband hotter than you?
No, he was like bald and... I don't know. No.
Well, if he's ugly, then maybe he just has a big dick.
Maybe.
I can't see a situation where oh, here we go. Jeremy says finishing eating. Okay, thank you.
Well, I guess he's not mad.
So he was just hangry. That's all it was.
Oh, okay.
He was just angry.
See if you can bring him back in. Let's see if he's still angry.
Maybe. I'll see. Anyways, I can't see a situation where Tony would have been hit on by a teacher.
Tony?
Tony, can we share this story, Tony?
What's... No.
Let's just do it. Why not?
That wasn't a teacher.
A science teacher.
No. Not really.
Tony, I want you to tell the story. I'm going to tell it.
I'd rather not. Okay. I mean...
Here we go.
There's a science teacher conference. Okay, it's...
Come on.
I don't really talk about this a lot. I don't have one-night stands.
Tony's moment right now.
One event.
His way of expressing himself. Let's get it.
I mean,
Science teacher conference is in town, okay? And where are you at?
The bar.
You're at the bar hanging out. Now, this is pre-Mariam, so it doesn't matter. Right?
Well, I mean, it's still not like, I don't know.
She doesn't listen. It's okay.
Yeah, I told her about it.
Oh, well, if you told her, then this is fine.
Yeah, what's the problem? I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't like to talk about all that.
So, Tony is hanging out at this bar that he's always at. And like you said, there's a science teacher conference. But the thing is, that conference is downtown, and somehow, you said she's not a teacher, but she is a teacher, right?
She was in the business of education.
She was in the business of giving you the business? And business is good?
Okay, but the term here is that it's a science teacher conference, and I guess she's not a teacher.
No, I think she's sold, I don't know what.
Science educator.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, Tony. I'll let you continue this.
She's not going to.
Yeah, just tell the story for me.
There was a time where I didn't have a lot of confidence. I was working on my confidence. I go into bars, talking to women, and that one time it worked, and she needed a ride to her hotel, and I gave her a ride. And then I went home the same night and texted Miguel. That was really exciting. But
Okay. Now, if you don't want to go into details about the relations that took place, that's fine. Although there is an awesome detail in that is exciting. But wait, can I share it or no?
Wait, they did hook up, right?
Okay.
I mean, not
Or
really.
is this basically like an Uber drive?
What would you call it, Tony?
Second base.
What's second base?
Second base. But pretend you get to second base and you find out that there are 2 second bases there. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's right.
One leads to death and the other salvation.
No. Think of aesthetic issues.
No, it was a nipple with like an extra little, tiny little nipple.
She had 3 nipples.
Oh, wow.
And so Tony's in the business of educating. He's like,
who listened to this? Now people are gonna say, "Oh, I listened to the nipple podcast." Like people.
Okay.
And people
I'll skip over the rest of it. But the end of that is that I'm in bed with my wife. We're over here at my apartment, and I get a text at like 3:30 in the morning saying, "I fucking love science." And then I look at my phone. I was like, "Okay, good for you, fucker." It woke me up. And I go back to sleep, and I don't remember any of this till almost like a week later. I'm like, "Hey, dude, why did you text me that one morning? I fucking love science." It was like Sunday morning at 3:30. And he tells me this whole fucking story. Because there's a group on Facebook that I follow. It's called I Fucking Love Science. And you go to the website, ifuckinglovescience.com. And this guy is like texting me that. It was because of Science Conference. But that was probably one of the better stories Tony's ever told me.
Yeah, I mean,
He just doesn't sound.
Yeah, I don't like.
Now he sounds
excited about it as I used to be.
Why?
Oh, boys.
I had to live that part of your life with you.
Yeah. But anyway,
Tony,
no matter what, it helped me.
Old Tony
with
gave
my,
you a lot of confidence.
it helped me with my confidence. I look at it
It
as
did.
a lesson. Yeah.
Well, think about this. If that incident had not happened, you would not have had the confidence to go ask Mariam to dance at that wedding.
Yeah.
You would have
Or did
just
she ask
hung
you?
back and been like, what a nice girl.
No, I asked her. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
But no.
Anyway.
Nipplegate invited you over, and now you had, I guess, grown the confidence that was needed, and now you're in a everlasting love relationship that will go on forever.
Now you're hanging out with a bunch of dudes in a podcast at midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're living the life.
Fucking science fiction.
It's like, I fucking love science. I fucking love science. So this guy just texted me. He's like, do you guys want me back in?
When he answers, let's all just hang up.
Nobody say anything. Let's just hear what he says.
Hello? Hello?
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Hello?
Hello?
Jeremy.
Hey.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Hey, now I'll respond to you, but they can hear you. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You just seem like you're a little flustered.
Yeah. It was kind of a shitty night.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I came up here trying to figure my stuff out. Trying to have my first road gig. We ended up getting double booked. That was a oversight, not due to my part or anything like that, but it happened, and ended up going to the club anyway. A couple of drinks, having too many. But I left the club before the podcast. It was actually not too far away from our hotel, so we came back, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be a good idea, but I had an obligation to you guys. I did it.
Oh, hey man. Kind of. Okay. No, it's cool, man. So Tony has a very funny nipple story to tell you one day, and you should definitely inquire with him about it.
What?
Yeah, it has to do with him, education, and really liking science.
I mean, don't we all?
Don't we
Don't we
all?
all? Don't we all?
So, we're just checking up on you, and yeah, man, we'll hit you up later.
Did
All right. Later.
yeah. All right.
Also, his story involves a third nipple. Just FYI.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. Sorry about all that.
Hey, we love you, and fuck you too.
No.
All right.
He was all bummed.
Oh man, my phone's calling me.
Apologize.
Hang on.
He really sincerely apologized.
Huh? Hey, I got you on the podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Call me when you're done.
Huh?
Call me when you're done.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
Hey,
just getting ready for bed.
do you remember that story Tony told us about him liking science?
Him liking science?
Yeah, it was with the teacher, the conference. You don't remember any of that?
No, I'm sorry.
Don't tell her
Does
about
three nipples bring anything to mind?
Don't.
That the teacher has 3 nipples?
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sounds familiar.
Oh, okay. We'll talk more about it later. All right. Love you.
All right, bye.
Hey, I offered to bring her food. But
I'll make you eggs. I'll make you some.
Miguel texted me to check up on his wife and texted her, but
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were referring to the lady that night.
Oh, no, sorry.
Thanks for checking up on my wife. I appreciate that. What if you did offer to bring her food? You're like, hey, I didn't want you to think you're just some piece of ass. I brought you eggs.
No, that'd be weird.
But what if you brought her a carton of eggs, not even like cooked eggs?
What?
I make myself laugh. All right.
No. You saw. I went home at 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
Talking about the story, man. Let it go.
All right. Yeah, I'd rather not. Anyway.
Hey, what did because I'm just curious, what was that noise that Jeremy made before he hung up on us?
I don't know. Could be the unplugging of a butt plug.
All right, fair enough.
Jesse, any last words you want to share with us?
He's AFK.
No, not really. I'll be pretty busy this weekend. The 6th annual West Texas Tattoo Convention here in San Angelo, so we'll see what's up.
Hey, when can we expect episode 3 of The Last Page with Jesse?
About 75% of it was recorded tonight due to the delay in this show, so I'll probably finish it up and send it to you in the morning.
Randall, have you heard it?
Yeah, I've listened to the first 2 episodes. I really enjoyed it.
Oh,
I came up with that funny theory for why, or for what, who was it? Nick Fury whispered into Thor's ear.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? What was the joke? I forget.
Yeah, so Nick Fury whispered in Thor's ear and instantly made him unworthy of wielding the hammer. Hence why we have a female Thor now.
Yeah, but I made some funny joke about it on the whatchamacall.
Oh, you posted it?
No. Yeah, I can't remember what I said though, but I remember it was really funny at the time. Oh, I know what it was. He he whispered the Whisper Song by the Yin Yang Twins. And it took all of Thor's power.
No. That's funny.
He's like, damn it! I hate this song.
That's funny. No, we still don't know, I guess, why or what he said, but we're supposed to have the Marvel reveal next month about who the female Thor is now. So.
Cool, man. Hey, you dig that intro I made for episode 2?
Yeah, that was cool. Let's keep that up.
Okay. Oh, well, I don't think Tony's cut any of your episodes.
The first one.
Yeah? What did you think?
It's good. So
yeah, I'm gonna try not to basically what I was doing was just spoiling the whole comic book, basically just footnoting it. So I'm gonna try not to do that as much. And then this 3rd episode I'm recording, I'm actually only reviewing 1 comic book, and then the rest of the episode is discussing Spider-Man joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, dude, I heard about that. They're delaying the 3rd installment of, what's it called?
Yeah, everything's been delayed. Thor Ragnarok's been pushed to the Black Panther release date. Black Panther got pushed back to the Captain Marvel release date, and I think everything following that. So I think Inhumans was Phase 2 and is now Phase 3.
I feel like that's something I just dreamed about and thought it would never happen, and now it's just all colliding and my head's going to explode.
Yeah, so I'm doing a pros and cons episode to Spider-Man joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe on The Last Page, episode 3.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice, man. Any last words, Tony?
Hashtag blue and black.
What does that mean?
A very big debate going on. I don't know. It's all over Facebook. It's just a picture of a dress. Have you seen it?
No. That's what I'm asking you. What's going on?
Okay. No, some Tumblr user put a picture of a dress and asked the question, is this white and gold or blue and black? But there's so much debate over the color of a dress because of the lighting. It's like this optical illusion.
I think if you tilt your screen, it turns. I guess the contrast changes the color of the screen.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know.
I had it on my phone, and then I pulled it up on my TV, and it was still white and gold. But then I kind of just like focused my eyes, and then it literally turned blue in front of my eyes. And then now that's all I see now is blue dress.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for those last words.
It's a big event on Twitter. Everybody's talking about it. It's kind of ridiculous. It's funny. I think it's pretty funny.
I've been trying this thing where have you heard of Ty Lopez? If you click on if you're watching YouTube, he comes on at the beginning and gives a spiel about reading a book a day. And I don't know his reasoning and stuff like that, whatever, but I like the idea of using, at this point in my life I was trying to read through a whole book and gather whatever information I go, but when you kind of utilize books as just reference materials, you look through the table of contents and you see them for what they're worth, and you find something that you can use at that point in your life, they become these very useful tools which you can use. And currently, the one that I find most useful is this $2 book I got at Half Price Bookstore called The Job Hunter's Survival Guide. My last words there about, I think people should just read more. Yeah, I feel people should read. I know. Randall, what are your last words, bro?
Don't we all?
Hashtag third nipple.
Hashtag nipplegate.
Hashtag damn nipple. Like,
damn, son, where'd
them nipples come from?
Where'd you find this nipple?
Where'd you find this nipple?
Damn, son.
Damn, son, where'd you find this nipple?
Where'd that come from?
Damn, son,
Damn nipple. 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 Stop! Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Never mind. Alright.
What happened?
Jeremy.
Jeremy. You know. Alright, guys. That's where I'm going to end it right there. I'm going to get some background music so we can end this as like a serious podcast. Here we go. No, this one's better. Nice. We thank you for listening to episode 25 of Empty Rant. As always, you can send in your inquiries to emptyrant@gmail.com. And please tweet us and retweet us. We are a beginner podcast, so it's @EmptyRant on Twitter. Also hit up Jesse, which is, what's your name on Twitter, Jesse? At
Woodard Bird on Instagram, at lastpage_comics on Twitter.
All right, and then we're also on Facebook, Empty Rant on Facebook. Just go to Facebook, search Empty Rant, and you'll see our icon on there and click on it. We're also on iTunes and on Stitcher, so we do appreciate if you get some kind of re-listens. If anyone has listened to this point, we love you, and we need you forever.
Also, we might want to give a shout-out as well to Jeremy and his Twitter account, @Jeremy Montez on Twitter.
Yes, and Jeremy, we, what doesn't hurt, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I don't know what to leave this guy with. Poor guy.
Poor
Kinda
guy.
had like
Anyway.
Jeremy, it gets better. Hashtag, it gets better.
Stop!
Okay, and that's what we're going to do. Thanks for listening. Bye. And that's the motherfucking podcast, motherfuckers.